Hi, it's Bonnie with Just for the Food of It, and today I want to get some pickles made. I have a whole bunch of cucumbers and a whole bunch more cucumbers and some tomatoes that I also need to take care of. So let me get prepared and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is wash our cucumbers. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to slice them and put some salt on them, put them in the refrigerator, and let them set for several hours, even overnight. So this is what I'm gonna do. So I've got a whole bunch of cucumbers to do, and this is cold water. I'm washing off the dirt and anything that is on there. Okay, I've got all of the cucumbers washed. Take you over here so you can see. Now the next step is we're going to slice them. It's gonna be a thick slice. We don't want to do a thin slice. I have a processor, but the blade makes it too thin. So I'm going to slice a lot of these, and some of them I'm gonna keep for pickle relish. So let's get to that. I've got my cucumbers all chopped up and I'm ready to brine them. So this recipe calls for about 4 to 5 pounds of cucumbers, and I've got 2 containers. And yes, that is a cake taker top. I didn't have another big bowl, and that's perfect. So it calls for a cup of pickling salt or kosher salt. You can use kosher salt. And you're going to dissolve it in some hot water, and then you're going to add cold water to your pickles till they're covered, and put them in the refrigerator at least 4 to 5 hours and overnight. So that's what we're going to do next. I'm getting ready to make some pickle relish. So I have some large cucumbers that I've washed and ready, and then I've also picked some bell peppers, and I have some onions I need to pull out. So I'm gonna get those all chopped up, prepared, put them in some salt water for an hour or so and let them do their thing, and then we'll make the relish. First I'm going to cut the bell peppers, chop them in chunks. Then I have some onions I'm gonna roughly chop, and then cut the cucumbers in chunks, and then get them ready to put in the processor and put them in the refrigerator. Okay, I'm getting ready now to do some tomatoes. I'm going to get their skins off, and then I'll dip them into cold water here. And I don't know if I'll process them, but I'll definitely put them in the freezer. This water's just about ready to go. I'm going to turn it down. I don't want it boiling, but I want it right there. So the process is, see if I can do this with one hand. Oh goodness. Gotta move my cucumbers over. The process is, you're going to put some tomatoes in here in your boiling water, and it says anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds. The skin's going to start peeling back, and then you're going to take them out and you're going to dunk them in the cold water. This has an ice bath, but I don't have ice, and cold water works just as well. So, and then I got these little bitty guys. That's probably all I'll put in there for now. So we're just going to dip these around. Aren't those beautiful colors? So I would say closer to 30 seconds. These are cold, so they might take a little longer. And all you have to do is take it and just poke the skin with your finger or a knife or something, and you just kind of squeeze the tomato out of it and it comes right out. Okay, so I'm going to take the little ones out. Let's see if these guys down here, see this one right here, his skin is coming apart. If you can see, it's kind of right there and right there. So we're going to go ahead and take these out and put these in the cold water. We're just going to dump them in the cold water like that. You take see the skin's already coming right off. You take it and you just peel it off. And you can cut the stem off if you didn't peel it out, which I didn't. So see? Just like that. And then I just kind of pick the skins up and put them beside. This one here, I'm just going like that. And you just squeeze it gently, and it just comes right off in your hand. Just like that. So now I'm going to cut my onions, and my bell peppers, and a few jalapenos, and some basil and parsley for my tomatoes. Okay guys, I have my tomatoes processed. I got some onions, bell pepper, and a little bit of jalapeno in there, ready to go in a can. This is going to be my pickle relish. I've got some onions in here. This is all salt water. I've done my jars, and I'm getting ready to boil them for about 10 minutes. As soon as that water heats up all the way. And then for the pickles, the sweet pickles, I have this container and this container full of sliced pickles. So that'll be ready probably tomorrow. I probably won't do those till tomorrow. But I've got all my lids. They're getting ready to go in the hot water bath as well. And then first I'll process the tomatoes, because I want to get those done out of the way. There. And then I will do the pickle relish, because they can sit in the salt water for a while. It said several hours. The pickles, it says 7 hours to overnight. So that's what I'm going to do right now. But as soon as the water boils, then I'll be ready to start processing. And now we're going to make the sauce, the pickling juice. Alright, so now I'm heating up all of the ingredients: the sugar, the celery seed, the mustard seed, and the vinegar. And as soon as it dissolves, then we will pour it into our jars with the cucumber. And this is going to be pickle relish. So I processed the cucumbers and draining them, and I keep pouring liquid off of it. You can see it down there. Okay, so we just put the tomatoes in, and they're going to boil for 35 minutes. My tomatoes are popping, they're hot. So I forgot to film me filling the jars. So I squeezed out as much liquid, I don't know what's going on with it. Squeezed out as much liquid as I could from the cucumbers, filled it, then used the pickling juice to put in the jars, and now I'm getting ready to put those in the canner. Guys, please be very careful when you're working with boiling hot water. I burnt myself. I've never burnt myself before. Splashed over, out, and onto my head, and I have a burn on my head now. And I don't think that's going to work. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's take this out. Maybe I'll just set it in. I'll set it in right there. Okay, let's try it again. Squeeze very tightly. I hope this is enough hot water. It's been boiling for a while. I'm going to have to add some water to it. Luckily I have a hot pot. Ooh, just barely. It's not enough. So let me get a little bit of hot water. Okay, that's about an inch. Get it up to boil again. And then it says to process it for 10 minutes. Okay, the timer's gone off. There's the 3 jars of pickle relish and 5 more jars of tomatoes. And then tomorrow I'm going to do sweet pickles. So they're brining right now. Thanks for watching, guys, and just keep cooking just for the food of it.